All right, we're back at it. Like I said, we're gonna run up to Seven Springs, PA, to the ski resort, just because it's something to do. Fellow Goldwing rider there. It's just something to do today. We're gonna ride out there, grab a bite to eat, take a walk around, and be on our way back to the Steel City. According to the GPS, I'm about an hour away from it, about 50 minutes. So that won't be too bad. And I'm really going to be kind of dependent on the GPS here because I'm going a way that I've never been before. Taking the back way. I decided to avoid the turnpike. The toll road. See just how much scenery there is to be seen on the way to Seven Springs. I'll tell you what, I should have had a little something to eat before I left the house, and I didn't. So when we get there, I'm definitely going to be looking to get a bite. Greensburg, Mount Pleasant, so we're going this way first. I saw some pretty nice looking helmets while I was in the store back there, and I was tempted to kind of start trying some on and possibly getting one, but then I had to remind myself, one of the things that I want to do is I want to get a modular helmet. The next helmet I get, I want it to be a modular. Although I enjoy this full face helmet, I really do, but I can see the value of having a modular one too. But when I actually go to make that move, I'm going to have about $1,000 available to me when I do. I have to have about $1,000 ready and willing to spend the day that I go do that. So maybe that's going to be like a Christmas gift to me after I take care of my kids and their Christmas desires. We'll see what happens. But the reason why is because it'll be a whole new Motovlog setup. It'll be a whole new recording and everything. So, and what I mean by that is I am interested in the Sena 50C, the camera / communicator over here. Right now I have the Sena 20. This is the 20S Evo that I have on my helmet now. But when man, this scenery back here is like pretty colorful. It is October, but look at all the colors on those leaves. Anyway, the reason I'm gonna need to have that much money available to me, because that Sena 50 is probably going to be about the price of the helmet too. They both go about maybe $400. I actually think the Sena goes like $500, but I'm going to need that, and then probably, I'm not quite sure I'm going to do, if I'm going to put the GoPro back on that particular helmet or not. I might just rock it with the 50 and see. What I actually like this is what I actually like about it, is the Senna records good audio. From what I've seen, it records good audio without having to have additional microphones going into this media mod, which I can't stand, by the way. So I really want to kind of get away from that, but I like the picture, I like the video quality of the GoPro. So in editing, I can definitely lay the GoPro video on top of my audio from the Senna, and I think that'll actually give me better audio quality, you know, and if nothing else, two separate perspectives. But I want to do it all at the same time. A squirrel! Jesus, he came out and just sat in the middle of the street. There's nowhere to swerve here. Alright. Sorry about that. But nevertheless, I want to do everything at the same time. I want to get the helmet and camera set up all at the same time, and I'll probably have to get another battery pack for the helmet too. So that's a whole project in and of itself, and I'm budgeting about $1,000 to do that. Until then, I'm very happy with what I have. That's why I haven't really made it a priority to go get another one, but I am steadily putting some nickels and dimes aside so that it won't be as painful when I actually go to make the purchase. A friend of mine said, why don't you just throw it on one of your credit cards? Because I don't use my credit cards for that type of stuff. Again, nice to have, not a priority, so. Not to say that I'm not tempted. I have gotten tempted to do that. I know one thing, I'm glad I got a full tank of gas, and I'm also glad that I'm doing this in broad daylight, because I can definitely see where it would be darker than dark back here. Probably the only thing that lights this street up is probably the moon. This is me following the GPS and specifically telling it to avoid the highway. I wanted to get the back road experience. I'm getting the back road experience. All right, y'all. I am definitely getting the back road experience here, complete with dead squirrels and all. Blind curve here. I mean, that's a nice place. It kind of came out of nowhere. I'm just taking my good old time through here. First of all, the road is doing whatever it wants. And second of all, there's leaves all over the road in some spots. So I'm just going to take my good old time. Okay. All right. Well, this looks more like a normal looking road, so. All right. Well, that was fun. So not fun. I was pretty nervous coming through there. Not to mention, that didn't look like an extremely friendly neighborhood. A lot of signs on trees that just say posted. I don't know what it says underneath it. I imagine something to the effect of no trespassing. Especially not black motorcycles. Yeah, I don't think that they particularly care too much for black motorcycles back there. I should have rode my brother's motorcycle. It's red. Next time I come through here, I'll make sure I'm on his bike. There was a golf cart back there. I saw something moving in the woods. It was a golf cart. I don't see any golf courses around here, but there was a sign that said golf cart crossing. Look at all that farmland. This is what you get on the outskirts of the Steel City. Pennsylvania is known as the Quaker state for a reason. This is straight Amish country. I'm getting text messages from my brother. He probably wants to know if I'm somewhere nearby. I invited him to go on this ride with me. He had a little something to do. Got horses. Kecksburg, PA. Never heard of it. Never been here, never heard of it. That is the criteria, in my opinion, to judge whether or not a place is actually a real place or not. 3 things. Have you ever heard of it? Ever been there? 2 things. Never heard of it, never been there, doesn't exist. Kecksburg didn't exist until today. That over there, I can guarantee you all, is the Pennsylvania Turnpike. If I would have just come out the highway, that's where I would be. Over there. And that's funny because whenever I drive that in my car or on the bike, I always look over this way and say, I wonder how you even get over there. And the funny thing is, I don't even think I remember how I got here. I just know that I ended up on these roads. And I mean, the GPS brought me back here, but if you ask me again how I got here, I couldn't tell you. Not off the top of my head. GPS says I'm still about 10 miles away. Thank you. All right, y'all, let's go inside. Let's grab a bite to eat. Let's take a look around and see what Seven Springs has to offer. All right, y'all, I finally got a chance to sit down and grab a bite to eat and feel a whole lot better than I did a little while ago. Like I said, that was a good ride through those back roads, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a little bit shaky at some points. I got nervous at some points in that ride. I don't know, for people who you like riding back roads, are they always do they always get that narrow and that remote? I don't know. It wasn't terribly bad, but there were some spots that I would have preferred not to be in. Think I'm going to take the highway home. But let's go get some, I want to go get some shots outside and kind of show you all the slopes and all that other kind of stuff. All right, let's get going. All right, y'all, I'm up here in the Laurel Highlands at Seven Springs Ski Resort. Up there in the distance, those are the slopes. And man, does that ever bring back some memories. I've been all up and back through there on a pair of skis. Don't ask me to do that now. You can forget it. There's freedom behind me, enjoying the view. There's some more slopes up that way as well. That's just a hillside over there, but yeah, this was a good ride. I enjoyed myself. I got a little nervous coming through some of those back roads, but as soon as I came back onto one of the main roads, I felt a little bit better. We're gonna get out of here, get back on the road to head back to the Steel City, but this has been a pretty cool little ride.